Wendy Dearborn, and I am the author of Green is for Life, a simple guide to creating healthy, life-giving smoothies. Well, today is the first in a series of videos that I'm presenting that is for everybody who was on the Green Smoothie Challenge, Life After the Green Smoothie Challenge, the 1 through 30 day Green Smoothie Challenge. And today what I'm actually going to be making is vegetable spring rolls, but they're vegetable fresh spring rolls. Now typically fresh spring rolls are actually made with pork and shrimp, with rice noodles in a rice paper, but for us today we're going to be using an array of raw foods, an array of vegetables to go in that, and I'm just going to show you a really easy dipping sauce to go with that. So that being said, we are going to get started. The first thing that you are going to need are rice paper. It's rice paper. Now rice paper is literally either made of rice, and it's like this when it's out the packet. It's either made of rice or it's made of tapioca and rice. And what happens is that they press it, and we're going to soften that in warm or hot water. Okay, so I'm going to show you that whole process. To make the kind of fresh, live, green spring rolls that we are going to make today, and I've left something out, right, that we are going to make today, we're going to be using lettuce, which all of this was prepped yesterday, the lettuce was, and this is how you can actually prep your lettuce. You wash it, you spin it, and then you get some kitchen paper and you just roll it up. And it will last in your refrigerator for a lot longer than they normally do. And that's how I prep mine. So that means when I want it, it's already washed and it's all ready and good to go. So that being said, I'm actually going to just put this out of camera. I'm going to put some lettuce leaves there, and if I need some more, I'll definitely get them. So we're going to start out with lettuce leaves. We have cilantro, which I haven't chopped, but you can definitely chop it. We have our lovely green avocados. Avocados here are becoming in season. We have bean shoots or bean sprouts. And in my Tupperware container I have green beans. I have sliced serrano or jalapenos, carrots, green onions or spring onions, celery, which is, oh, I got the power, right, celery, bell pepper, red bell pepper, and of course cucumber. I also add to mine mint and sometimes basil. Now mint gives it this je ne sais quoi. If you don't like mint, if you don't like cilantro, you can use parsley. You can use anything that you want. So again guys, we have the lettuce leaf and the array of vegetables. It can be any vegetables you want: cilantro, avocado, bean sprouts. So we're going to get started. In order to actually make your roll, you actually need to have, and this is how I do it, a fairly wet cloth to work from. Now I use a kitchen cloth that is actually dedicated to this, and or you can use kitchen towel, paper towel. Okay, you can use paper towel. If you don't want to use a kitchen cloth, you can use a paper towel. So as I've done both, I will leave both up here. Okay, right, so Dee, is that good? Can you see? Yeah? Good. That's my videographer. That's my husband. So what I'm going to do is, I have some warm water here, and in a plate, I'm actually going to put some water. In the plate, I'm going to put some water, and then I'm going to soften the rice paper. And we just submerge him a little bit. I actually use one of my pot lids for this because it fits really nicely. Now your rice paper comes in all different shapes, all different sizes. These happen to be the really big jumbo sizes, which means they won't fit into a quiche pan or a quiche dish or a flan dish, which is this, because the smaller ones fit really nicely into this, but I have the bigger ones, and so therefore you're going to need something a little bigger. So I actually do 2 to make sure that they're nice and strong, because I don't like my stuff to tear on me. So I do 2 together. And some people get theirs really soft. If you get it too soft, and I'm going to stick one in here while I work so I'll be able to show you. If you get it too soft, then it's really difficult to work with. And I suppose I could have used a colour thing, so I'll put that on top. But I'm going to show you what happens if it gets too soft, because it becomes very difficult to work with. And the warmer the water, the better it is. Right, so this would be your rice paper. Okay guys, can you see that? That's your rice paper. And we're going to start out building. Okay, I'm going to put some lettuce. And then I'm going to put some avocado, and I cut this all before the avocado was cut, so it makes it easier to move. I just cut it, and then I use a spoon. And then I'm going to put a line of avocado. Are you getting that, Dee? Are we all in frame?
Yes.
A line of avocado. And I'm going to start building. That was the cucumber. That's the pepper. That's my celery. And a spring onion. I got the carrot that gives it a nice crunch. And I truly do love the serrano peppers. And I have a green bean. Okay, you say a lot of stuff. I have some bean sprouts, and I have some cilantro, and the thing, as I said, that gives it that je ne sais quoi is some mint. I mean, you get a bite of mint, and it just like bursts flavor into your mouth. I'm also going to give it just a sprinkle of Celtic or Celtic, depending on where you're from, salt. So the rolling process is like this. Make sure you have both of the skins, both of the paper skins, and you roll and tuck. Tuck the sides in just like an envelope. You roll and you tuck. Now, if you want it to look pretty, you can add some green stuff there. You can add some red stuff here, so it'll look pretty. But for me, it just needs to taste good. Okay? Vegetable spring roll. Delicious and nutritious. Right, so I'm going to just make a couple more so you guys see the process. And this is what I was saying about if you leave this in the water too long, it becomes very difficult to handle. It becomes very difficult to use. It tears the whole 9 yards. So really and truly, it is within your best interests. It's within your best interests to pop it into the water. Are you getting this, Dee? You getting this? Yeah. Pop it into the water. And what happens is, because the towel's wet, it can actually do some of the work. It can do some of the work, but giving you time to get yourself together. And so that's it. Those are vegetarian fresh spring rolls. Okay guys, we're actually going to make the dipping sauce, and this is going to be made from, I'm going to use some chili oil, and that's chilies that have been basically infused into soy bean oil. I'm going to use sesame oil and This is Wendy's homemade teriyaki sauce. This will be in one of the next videos that I do, how to make your own homemade teriyaki sauce. It is off the chain. So we're going to use that. I'm going to actually use some agave to sweeten, and of course some lime zest and some lime juice. So I'm going to do this a little upside down. You need maybe about quarter of a lime zest. You don't need much, and I really should have done this before I cut it, but you know, that's how it goes sometimes. Right, you just need some lime zest, and we're actually going to use the lime too, but you don't actually need a lot of lime. So we need some lime zest. Okay, so that's that. And we need the juice of half a lime, and this was a fairly small lime. So we need the juice of a lime, which actually will give you about a teaspoon. Actually, this is half, yeah, no, this will give you about a teaspoon. Yep, about a teaspoon. It was a juicy lime. Okay. And then we need a tablespoon, and I will measure this so you guys can see. You did measure. Okay, and you need about a tablespoon. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons, excuse me, 2 tablespoons of your homemade, your homemade teriyaki sauce. You need literally 1/8 of a spoon, 1/8 of a spoon of agave, and you can do more if you want it sweeter. You need 1/8 of a spoon of your sesame oil, and you need, I'm going to put half a spoon of your chili oil, half a teaspoon. Alright guys, it's real simple. This is an easy recipe, and you just mix this up with a fork. You can use a whisk if you want. Mix it up with a fork, and there goes your dipping sauce. And it really does taste good. It smells good as well. And here goes your dipping sauce. Yay! That lime zest. And again, it gives it that je ne sais quoi, the lime. So here goes your dipping sauce. So that being said, now if you are not going to be using your spring rolls, you can cover them with a damp cloth or with a little bit of oil. This is olive oil. You can use cooking oil, whatever oil. I'm going to use olive oil and maybe 1/8 or less than 1/8 of a teaspoon in a teaspoon of olive oil. And what you will do is you simply, and this will prevent them from sticking together, you simply just oil them down, and it prevents them from sticking together, because like this they'll stick, see? And once you've applied a little oil, and I figure if you're going to apply oil, why not do something that gives it a little seasoning, a little flavor, a little taste? So you do that, and then you can actually wrap them, which I'm going to do, because this is going to be our dinner for tonight. This is what we're going to have, spring rolls. You can then actually wrap them in press and seal or cling film. You can wrap them individually, which is simple enough, and this will keep them nice and moist and fresh, and it will prevent them from drying out, because when they dry out they get really hard. It gets hard because it's rice. You just wrap them up and you're good to go. Here we go, guys. Spring rolls. Now this is the finished product. Are you zooming in on that? Look at that. You can see the avocado, you can see the spring onions, you can see the carrot, you can see the bean sprouts, all of that. This is, for you guys, this is vegetarian, vegan, fresh spring rolls with your very own teriyaki lime dipping sauce. Absolutely delicious, made from rice paper, julienne vegetables, wrapped up just for you. Now I'm gonna taste this as they do on the thing. Bet it tastes good too. Let's see. My mum would be ashamed speaking with my mouth full. That is the bomb. That is the bomb. Guys, bon appetit. I'm gonna eat. Bon appetit. I'm Dr. Wendy Dearborn. The recipe will be listed below. You'll be able to download it from the Green is for Life Facebook page. You'll be able to download the PDF. I'm the author of Green is for Life. This is for you. Vegetable, fresh, vegetarian, vegan spring rolls. Woohoo! Bon appetit. Peace out.